pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, well, that will bring the West Bend City Council meeting of May 11th, 2026 to order. And we'll have a roll call.
Monte,
Present.
Gerhart,
Here.
Tilges, here, Winklehorst, Van Wert,
Here.
4 present, 1 absent.
Okay, very good. We'll have the approval of the agenda.
So move.
Second.
Linda, Joe, Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
I gotta get used to not saying Brooke. All right, then, consent agenda, we need approval for that.
So moved.
Second.
Joe, Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
And Andy, the bill list is there for you to pass around.
Right, yep, we got it.
Okay.
All ready to go.
You're all going good, all right.
I just said it right there and Linda takes it from there.
Okay, we'll go from there.
And around we go. Okay, and then the next on the agenda is the first reading of the proposed ordinance, amending the code of ordinances of the city of West Bend by amending section 99-1, section 1, pertaining to sewer service charges.
So our financial advisor was here a couple weeks ago, and we went back through the cash flow that he had put together for us that puts in the audited financial statements, also budgets for 2 fiscal years, and then projected budgets. And I kind of told him that after meeting with our engineers that there was some concern about I&I on our sewer system. We know that we need to replace the lift station, and then as far as the improvements to the wastewater treatment facility are kind of iffy, up in the air. We don't know if we're gonna have to do it or not, but he said that if he were the city, he would go ahead and implement this next increase, just because you don't want to get behind the ball if by chance we have to do something with the wastewater treatment facility. And we already know that we're gonna have expense with the lift station as well as battling with the I&I. So he felt that it would be in the best interest of the city to implement this increase. Was there any questions that you had about the cash flow information? In the budget information for the FY 26-27, that is based on what we approved in April. So we didn't have the information on the I&I or some of this other additional stuff that has come up recently, but just if you're looking at those figures, it is exactly from the budget that we adopted.
Well, I move we go ahead and approve that because we know we have problems. We've got to address them.
I'll second that.
So Joe, Grant. Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes. Blake? Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Okay, it's approved. And next will be the sanitation contract with Bennett Recycling and Sanitation.
So something that got added to this contract, if you look down under number 2, in the last sentence there where it says, and cost of weight tickets will be shared equally between the city and Bennett. Bennett used to pay the cost of those weight tickets, but there has been an increase to them in that cost from $5 to $15 per way. They do 2 ways per week. So if you pencil that out, it would be $1,560, and then if you split that in half, it would be an added cost to the city of $780. There would be no reason to change any rates because of that, so we would be fine with the rates we have. They set out here too where they talked about the dumpsters and how often they're dumping them. That was kind of that wasn't in the other contract about how often it was going to be dumped, so that was good. Then the landfill fees apply to Protein Resources, Camp & Foods, and Country Made because they have heavier weights. The $7 ticket charge for getting rid of items like sinks, toilets, chairs, that stayed the same. $25 for the appliance tags. So pretty much everything the same, just the addition of that dividing of the cost of the weight tickets. But no rate increase would be necessary.
Any comments? Motion to adopt that.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Joe and Linda. Linda.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Brant.
Yes.
And then we go on after approving that to approving the recycling contract with that.
No changes to this at all.
We have a motion for that approval.
I'll move we approve that.
Linda.
Okay.
Blake. Linda.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Brant.
Yes.
Number 8 is a resolution of West Bend City Council adopting a revised electrical utility inspection and maintenance program.
So that plan is on the table there if anybody wants to look at it, but the only changes that are being made in it is changing where it says Iowa Utilities Board to Iowa Utilities Commission, because they changed their name.
We have a motion for that.
I move we adopt it.
Joe.
Second.
Brant. Linda.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Brant.
Yep.
And then approving the IAMU mutual aid program agreement.
We've had this in the past, they just wanted an updated agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Joe and Linda. Linda.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Yes. That's approved. So then, the Iowa Department of Transportation for maintenance repair of primary roads in municipalities. I wouldn't even know that was part of the city.
Yeah, so this is agreement too that we've had in the past, it just gets renewed every 5 years.
Any comments or do we approve?
No, no changes to it.
I didn't see anything right off.
So moved.
Brant.
Second.
Mike. Linda.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Brant.
Yes.
Then we have a renewal of a Class B retail alcohol license for Camplin Foods. This one is done every year, they have to renew it. You have to-
Some do and some don't, it
Okay.
depends on how it is that they sell. Like a liquor store, they can do it where it's automatic renewal, like Casey's, their liquor, and then the liquor store here on Main Street.
Sure.
But like this particular type has to be renewed every year.
Move we approve.
Joe
I'll second.
and Linda. So Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
and that's approved. And then we have one for a 5-day Class C rental alcohol license with outdoor service privileges, West Bend Golf and Country Club.
This is for the
Grotto
Grotto
Festival.
Festival.
Yeah, just, yeah, beer and
So
wine.
how does that work? Do they operate that?
Yeah.
They oversee that?
Yeah,
At the
they,
Grotto, yeah.
they're in charge of that part of it. They sell the liquor or the
Correct.
beer and wine, no liquor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we haven't had any issues with it, so,
The club did this in the past?
Mhm.
oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ever since
yeah.
we've done the summer one, right?
Yeah, ever since we've had festivals, so 5 years, 6 years.
Where did they set up?
Oh, over there by the restrooms,
Oh,
where the food trailer is,
Yeah.
fence off that area. And Megan Campen always runs it for the club. And I think she's agreed to do it again, so I think the club says they'll do it again. James is in charge.
I saw James.
Yeah, James does the license stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, so,
I move to approve that.
Okay, Linda,
second.
Blake. And that's approved. Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
You're gonna sneak one by.
You chat.
Okay, now we gotta approve the parade route and street to be blocked off. I assume that's about the same as always.
It's exactly the same as last year.
Anybody approve that?
Everybody loves the parade,
There you go.
They do.
so moved.
Joe,
I'll second that.
Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes,
Blake,
Yes.
and Grant.
Yes.
Now, it looks like we need to approve Ed Montag has agreed to fill Max Delhauser's term for the Board of Adjustment.
So just to let you know, so we will have an ad in the paper, and then we posted here at City Hall and on the website that we'll need a Board of Adjustment person July 1, and then we'll also need a planning and zoning person July 1. So those are advertised. We'll see if we get people coming in that are interested.
Yeah, this is a short,
This is a very short term here to fulfill Max's, yeah.
it'll actually have something to do though, probably, right? Did they have to think about the school?
Yes,
that
we
mean-
have
Yes,
two applications here that they will be looking at on May 18th, so we really needed that extra member on there.
I'll move to accept him.
Okay, Linda,
second,
Joe, Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
yes,
Blake,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Ed is in, I guess.
forever.
No one's gonna take my spot.
This is reaching out farther than you.
Yeah.
Alright, so, okay, now the Palo Alto County Development Update.
Yeah, and what's in there was just the initial, like the rough draft of, Beth Elman had prepared that just to give us a starting discussing point, finding research. We have not met in May yet, so things could change, but I will keep you updated on what we're doing, but we're working for the best of Palo Alto County, so that's what I have for now.
Sure. And you'll keep us updated
I
as
sure
things
will.
move along, huh?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's probably not gonna be real fast.
No,
That's
we
the
wanna
weekend.
take it slow and make sure we're getting it right,
Sure.
so.
Okay,
You know, Linda, then, so July 1st, you know, the Palo Alto County and Cassuth County per capita fees will be due. Do you know what West Bend is supposed to do?
You know, I don't at all, but I can send a text tomorrow and just, cause I
Okay.
know that Jonathan is gonna have a Teams meeting to kind of split up the business office stuff, so maybe he would know
Okay.
that part, so I'll check with them and see if they
I mean,
know,
cause we can pay what we how we budgeted,
and see if it's,
and that's strictly per capita,
Yeah.
so the amount of people on the Palo Alto side goes that way, on the Cassuth would go this way. But I didn't
know
know
if they,
if
and
your
we haven't
board,
met, but I'll check with that,
yeah,
so that we can double check with that.
alright, up to number 16 is, May 25th council meeting to make a motion to forego the meeting or to hold the meeting on Tuesday, May 26th. pleasure on that.
I can take a break.
Can we get by with,
I think we can get by, and that's why I tried to cram everything
Everything
into
in.
this meeting.
I think that would be nice.
So I think at this point right now, unless there's something that comes up, then maybe we'd have to call a special meeting. But right now, I don't see any reason that we would have to hold that.
This is kind of a precedent you've done in the past. kind of
Yes,
thing.
yeah, when it falls on a holiday like that, yeah.
Christmas and sometimes,
Mm-hmm, the second meeting,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yep.
but other than that.
So we need a
Do
motion
we have a
then to,
motion for that?
I'll move that we skip that
Melinda,
second May meeting.
Second.
Blake. It'll be vacation time.
Pay cut.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, I'll vote on that.
Yeah. And a number, oh, Linda.
Yes.
I'm gonna get there. Joe.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
All right, the next one's Grandview Edition city-owned lot, and I'll just make a comment that I did talk to Mark a couple times today. Mark Fair, and what his intention there was, he's trying to make the area look better. Well, he said it was ironweed and stuff in there, something I can kind of picture a little bit what it used to be. And so, it said that there's concerned neighbor, but the second time I talked to Mark, I asked him, you know, I don't know. But he said that, what's her, is it Betty? What's her name? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Betty Jewell.
Yeah,
Be one, yeah.
the way Mark talked, they've kind of been working together on that.
Mm.
You know, he says, so I don't know what the, no, I know, I just talked to Mark twice.
And I haven't talked to the family member that talked to Anthony, but
And I did not get a chance.
I
didn't
think the
see Anthony.
issue was that they thought that their property went a little farther to the east, or not east,
North.
the north than it did. And then they were also concerned about the number of trees that were getting put on
Sure.
that lot because of how the wind would, I don't know, with snow. They had already removed a larger evergreen, I think, up front that kind of made it so the snow was piling onto their property. So they removed that so the wind would blow through better. So what Anthony was telling me is that there was concerns about how many trees they were gonna be putting there and where they were going because of that situation. So when I looked today, the evergreens are kind of down at the bottom of the hill, which I don't think those are gonna be an issue. And then the other two trees that are up at the top of the hill, they're more of a tall, slender tree that I don't think wind or snow is gonna be an issue there either. But, that particular lot, if you look on this plat, that particular lot was reserved for a future sanitary lift station. So, is the council okay with the trees staying there? And if so, do you want some kind of provision that says if this sanitary lift station has to be built there, whose responsibility is it to remove those trees if they need to be removed? I mean, that's the whole, it would have been nice maybe if a plan would have been presented to
If they
the
need to be
city.
removed, it ought to be the guy that put them there without permission, I would think.
Well, and
Wouldn't
he
you?
says that
Would you
economic
agree with that,
development,
Blake?
I would say.
well, he says that economic development gave him permission to do that, which I have not talked to Darren about that.
Yeah, not either.
I
Yeah.
talked to Mark Fair and then I talked to Darren Massner.
Oh, okay.
He says it's simply someone has a little bit of a thing about Mark Fair. And that Darren admitted when it was economic development, Darren gave him permission. And then it got changed to where it's the city's property.
Well, it's a lot, like I said, that is reserved for the sanitary lift station. So really, it's almost like a street easement. You really don't want something built on it, just because in future, that's what's supposed to go there.
Is there sewer going through that now?
Not right now.
I don't think so.
I think it's if there would be development to the west.
I'm just curious, cause if there's sewer going through there, we wouldn't want the tree roots right on top of the sewer probably.
I think the sewer would be in the street going north and south. I don't think anything goes to the west that I'm aware of. And it does look good. I went down there and looked at it. The grass looks really good.
And he said he's mowing some of the city property and spraying for weeds. He
Yeah,
doesn't
that-
expect to be
that was his-
reimbursed, but
Well, as long as, he's telling me is Janet was looking, the kitchen must face
Face that
south.
way.
So she'd look out and then she saw that, you know, ironweed and stuff there. See, his intention, what he thought it was me, he thought he was doing.
he's just thinking he's
He
making.
thought he
it
was
look
doing
better.
people a favor by cleaning it up and making it look better, which it does, I mean, I guess.
Well, I would say if we need to build a lift station, then we would need to have something that he would need to pay for the removal of trees if they need to be
I'll
removed, I
maybe
would
talk,
say.
yeah, I'll talk with Darren Masner once he I think he was in Washington DC, I'm not sure if he's back.
now.
Is
He's
he back
Friday.
now?
Yeah, he got back.
I'll maybe talk to him and just see too what his thoughts are and if, you know, if it's maybe, if he did give him permission, then maybe economic development should be responsible. Or however they wanna work it out, but,
I think Mark feels for how long it might take for a lift station to be there, he's fully willing to remove the trees. And so if that was one of the options, I'd vote for that.
That one.
He's got some stuff to move the trees. You know, nowadays with machinery and stuff, it doesn't take very long.
yeah, I
And
mean, who knows when a lift station
Yeah.
would be placed there, it's just when it was platted, that's what its use was supposed to be.
And we decided earlier this afternoon, you probably won't be in the position you're.
That's exactly right. I figure I won't even be alive probably, so.
We probably won't be here either.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it does look better. I understand that, but it just would have been nice to have a heads up to it. And
Yeah.
the only reason that it got brought up is because a neighbor voiced some concern, or a son-in-law of a
And
neighbor.
he
Yeah.
told me, we talked a little bit earlier about them rocks, you know, he said they've been there a long time. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what Anthony told me to do. Well, cause I called Anthony too, just to double check, make sure I had everything right. And, yeah, he honestly, he thought, yes, that Betty had put those rocks
Yeah.
there, or they had put them there, but those look nice too, I mean, how it is on that.
Saying he's kind of cleaned them up some, and he said that's one thing he would do maybe a little more, is do a little more work around them rocks, make them look better, you know, so.
So if his wife wants to plant flowers on them rocks, or that's okay, as long as he doesn't plant any more trees where roots are a problem. I mean, they're just annuals or biennials or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
I just make sure that he follows where, I think there's a pole there down at the
Yeah,
clear
I see them.
end that shows where the property line is.
Okay,
Just tell him to make sure that those rocks, wherever he's gonna plant, is in that, on, you know, the north
Not on
side of
somebody
that.
else's property.
Right, because if it is on someone else's property, then they should talk with the neighbor there and get permission.
yeah,
right.
and he thought kinda, well, probably, like, trying to think where that pole was, that's almost probably in the city where the rocks are, I think. It's probably pretty close.
It is, I mean, from that far away, it's hard.
But he
No.
indicated to me that he had been talking with, you know, that Betty, or whoever, I don't know where at all, but, and, you know, she was in agreement with what he was doing, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Mark could have a little problem, like my friend Scott, thinks he's still on the farm.
Communicating with certain people.
I had a
Yeah,
father-in-law
just
with-
communication,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what Andy and I talked about, that's all it takes,
Yeah.
just.
So we don't need a motion, you'll just talk to.
I'll
Yeah.
talk to
Get it cleared
Darren
up.
first
Okay.
here and just kind of find out the background on this a little more,
Sure.
and then we'll figure out who should be responsible if they need to come out in the future.
We need a motion to be a later date sometime.
Yeah, I think
I think we can find a solution. to
I
it
think
all.
you can, yep. I just wanna make sure we're all on the same page here.
Yep, cause it was brought up.
Yes,
It's-
yeah, when we get a complaint, then we have to address it, so.
Okay, now where are we? I don't need to go around this time.
Nope, you're good.
We're good.
No booty.
All right, now we're up to the police department report. I guess that's included in the packet. I didn't see nothing really stand out when I looked through it. We don't have any comment on that. The electric park department operations report. on that, do we have, anything on the committee representative updates? I ain't doing nothing this last few years.
we're still working on alternate generation sources, whether that's batteries or whatever, so but I don't really have anything different than what we had last month, so. Meeting's tomorrow, so.
So was the siren test today just a test, was that?
Just once in a while that happens, no
Okay.
clue why.
They just-
It was working.
It was
Yeah.
new, and it went for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah,
But they do that from Emmitsburg, right?
I think this just happens. I mean, at one time, we wanted to have a new
Whistle.
siren, and we put something on that pole to do it, and then it never really worked. Well, once in a while, I think it kicks
Oh, I
in.
thought they were setting it off. for-
I don't
Oh,
think,
okay, so
I don't
my
think
bad.
so, yeah.
Hmm.
So,
That's interesting.
I wish we did have the noon thing, that's kinda nice.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite so long,
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be that long.
no.
For me.
Back when I was growing up, when I was young, growing up, we rang it from, we had a general store. Neither there was a button in there to ring the fire siren, and the hotel was right beside the store, so they rang it one place or the other. Oh, but back to where wasn't quite as technical back in those days.
Well, years ago, it ran
Yeah.
at noon and 6 o'clock or.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
six.
I remember the new,
Yeah,
Still do six.
When I lived in Rodman, the Tildes grocery store kept getting broke into, so they hooked this burglar alarm to the fire siren, so whenever anybody broke in, half the town showed up. Worked pretty good for that.
First burglar alarm system.
Yep.
Very good, so we'll move on to the council report.
NAMECA financial statements were in your packet. And then, we haven't received the brochure yet, but I know that the Chamber of Commerce always holds a golf tournament the first, Friday in June.
June 5th. I
And
think is
so, just wondering if this council wants to sponsor a team again this year.
Sure, you can find some golfers. You golf, what?
I try. Have you played in this before, Linda, or?
No.
But we,
I take the money.
oh, yeah,
But, I mean, the city has always had a team, a lot of times Anthony has golfed or,
oh. So,
But-
do you want me to head up a team?
sure, that'd be wonderful.
And Anthony's played,
Yep,
does Trevor golf?
yep, well, yeah, I think Trevor and Amanda both golf, so,
Okay,
so Ashley Lubenthal would have the registration stuff,
okay,
so if you wanna talk to her.
okay, but the council, or the city
So I
pays
have
for
to
the
write a
entry?
check, but I need to know who's on the team, or if you can get your registration filled out.
Yeah,
And then if you can bring me a copy, and then I can write a check and take it to the bank.
okay. And this is on a Friday night?
Yeah, Friday, June 5th, that first Friday in June.
Okay, I'll plan on doing that.
Thanks. The fireworks, thank you. Cause we did pay $14,500 for the fireworks, so. We need some fundraising for this year.
Yeah.
That's gone up in price a lot,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
Yeah,
Cans don't pay for it all anymore.
no, but between the cans, the auction, and the golf tournament, those three kind of help pay for that.
Whoever's doing the cans, doing a lot better job of picking them up.
They have a company or they have somebody that comes and picks them up. I think we only get 4 cents, maybe 3 or 4 cents, but they come and pick them up and take care of them and all that, so. It's nice.
That's it for the council report?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we just need to adjourn, I guess.
So NIMS training, I know, Linda, I do have your certificate.
And I did find, I was looking for something else the other day and I even found the certificate.
I have no
It was
one
like
else.
2023.
No one else, so for sure the mayor needs to do it.
Yep.
And And then it would be nice if the council would do it too. And the reason that we want to do it is because if we have a disaster here in West Bend, you all need to know how the incident command works. So, anyway,
I was gonna get at last week's and I'm gonna get at this week.
Cause there's two,
Okay,
correct? The
just
local
one,
and then
yeah.
the federal.
yes.
It was all online, where you would read it and then you have a test and
It does take some time.
it does, it did take some time,
Mm-hmm.
but it was interesting.
Oh, I kinda blew that off, I thought I had done that.
I don't have a certificate for you, if you can find a certificate, but like I said, for sure the mayor needs to do it.
You probably lost that, you always lose that budget,
Well, I don't think I've done it, but I don't have time.
but I was thinking for some reason, but maybe,
It does take a little bit of time, but.
We've
It's
had
all
some
right.
changeover, I mean, in council, and I think this was initially adopted in like '06. So
Okay.
we have had the mayor continue to do it, cause Marilyn's in here, Kim
I was
Johnson's
gonna say,
in here.
Kim and I both did it kind of
Yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time, I think.
So, it's your turn, Andy.
Yeah,
yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
I plan to get at it.
Okay.
I guess I planned that last week.
You might have to get them fourth graders
that's
I would.
Next Monday, I'm supposed to go back to school again. I gotta talk for a half hour for 6 times.
Whoa.
Really?
Figure that up for a while. It's the same speech every time.
Must be doing,
You'll have it well rehearsed.
I know
the May term or whatever for the middle school or something, or?
it. Yeah, some
Something.
career or something. I gotta
Okay.
talk about, yeah, which I can talk a half hour. We'll see.
Good for you.
We'll see. All right, if nothing else, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Linda
Second,
and Grant. Linda,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Grant,
yes.
thank you very much.
Oh, Lisa, any word on the valves?
They're here.
They're here?
Mhm. Yep, so once they get done discharging, then they can get those put in.
They discharging now, are they?
Yeah, I believe so. I think they were gonna start here the first part of May, so they've probably been, I know I saw samples come through, so I know they sampled prior to discharge.